Chinese students, they don't really indulge or really mix with the foreigners.
Yeah.
So that's why, like we are working in a research group.
Yeah.
So we have problems that we need to share and they need to share. And when there are different type of minds, there are different type of solution come, and then you choose the best solution. But the problem is, like, Chinese people, they stay with their own group, and foreigners, they stay with their own.
Yeah.
So they don't mix. So when they don't mix, I think this is a problem. They should mix along,
Yeah.
they should get along, and then they should communicate, and then they should learn from each other. But the Chinese students, they stay in their own shell, and the foreigners, they normally feel lonely.
Yeah.
Because there are not many foreigner students in a research group. There are like 1 to 2 students. So 1 to 2 students, foreigner students, and 10 Chinese students. The Chinese students will always remain in their own group. They will go to have lunch together, they will go to have enjoyment together.
Yeah.
But the foreigners, they will feel like they are really like left off. They don't care about them. So that is why I think that we should get along and mix together, and then we should learn from each other. We should respect each other, but we should also learn from each other. And I think the Chinese should also like ask what's going on in the life of the foreigners,
Yeah.
because I think they are new here. They are adjusting to this place, and they are also missing their home. Homesickness is also a problem here,
Yeah.
because they miss their family, they miss their home, they miss their friends. So I think if you have some like good friends from the lab that stays with you for the major part of the day, that will really help to ease the homesickness and the missing problem.
So what are some of your ways to ease homesickness?
Some of my ways, I really like traveling. So
Yeah.
when I'm really homesick, I just search a place on my phone and I go there.
Oh,
So I enjoy there, and then when I come back, I feel really good. I feel fresh. And also I have some friends, when I wanna eat something from my own country, I go to them, and then we cook together and then we eat. So it's like these are my things.
So for the local students, in this case Chinese students, do you think the experience of making friends with the foreign students, with the international students, and also getting to know their culture, these stuffs will help them maybe in their future career?
Of course, yes, because I think that the people they always learn from each other.
Yeah.
So we should always learn. I think the foreigners are brought up different. The Chinese, they have a different brought up,
Yeah.
because Chinese, they have really difficult education system,
Yeah.
and the foreigners, they like live freely, they enjoy the time. So we should learn from each other. And the foreigners, they have a different thinking, they have a different type of mind. Chinese have a different type of mind. So we should always learn from each other. What good qualities foreigners have, Chinese should get them.
Yeah.
And what good qualities Chinese have, we should learn from the Chinese and make ourselves better.
Yeah. So during your social life, maybe when you meet some maybe also international students or other foreign people, maybe for some reason, maybe it's not from Pakistan, maybe it's from India, or maybe from maybe the UK, the America. Do you think that the fact that you are in the same situation, that you're being alone in a different country, do you think this experience will bring you together and maybe make your connection stronger?
I think yes, because when I am like really stuck in some place, and I see a foreigner, I think, oh, that's good, someone I can speak with.
Yeah.
Like he can understand me and I can understand him. So, and then everyone has a unique way of solving the problems here.
Yeah.
Like everyone has something in mind how I will solve this problem. So if I have a problem and I go to a foreigner,
Yeah.
he will give me his way.
Yeah.
And then I will be like, okay, I can solve this problem like this way. So I think different people coming from different region and getting together is like a unique experience.
Yeah.
You will not find it anywhere in your country. But when you come to Nanjing,
Yeah.
you will see people, you will meet people from Russia, you will meet people from Europe, you will meet people from Africa. So it's like bringing different countries together in Nanjing.
Yeah.
So I think that it's a unique experience, and people coming from different countries, different regions of the world, and getting along in Nanjing. I think Nanjing is lucky that Nanjing is getting a mini world in the city,
Yeah.
many cultural divergence in a single city. That's really wonderful about Nanjing.
So as you know that there are many some maybe social groups formed by expats. Do you think that the fact that you're in the same situation is what brings you together, but not maybe some maybe anti-Chinese spirit emotion? Maybe not that thing, right? So because some Chinese guys on the internet are thinking about this.
No. We have no anti-Chinese agenda or no anti-Chinese thinking. I really like the Chinese people, and we have like groups, and I never read a message about anti-Chinese. Like some people have problems and some people have different way of thinking, but it doesn't mean that foreigners think like that. Maybe you will find 1% or 2%, but it's not everyone thinks like that. And there is no anti-Chinese agenda. We really love the Chinese people, and I think we are lucky that we are meeting like the biggest nation in the world. You know, Chinese people are like, if you see the nation, Chinese nation, it's the biggest in the world. Like they are almost half of the population of the world, and we are lucky that we are coming here, we are learning from them. And Chinese have a long history, so they have their own civilization. So it's not anti-Chinese. No. We are always trying to learn from them, and I really like it. But there's no anti-Chinese agenda, no anti-Chinese, like we have thinkings. Everything is like we want to get connected with, we want to enjoy with.
And also they're saying that the foreign people, the expats, they are taking advantage on local policies, meaning that maybe they are enjoying some privileges. So as a expat yourself, like, do you feel that you are privileged?
I think yes, because I think the Chinese people, they really respect a lot, and it's like there are some privileges that we are getting and Chinese are not getting that. I really feel bad sometimes about that, but I think maybe these privileges will bring more people to come here, and it will get along with the time, it will get better, and everyone will be on the same page soon. And I think yes, we are getting some privileges.
After the pandemic era, there are more and more foreign people leaving Nanjing or leaving China. So what do you think are the main reasons? Are there maybe something that we can improve ourselves about this city?
I think the pandemic really created a situation where like people cannot live in a place. Like they wanted to go back to your home. Everyone, people living in US, they came back to their homes. People living in China, people living in like different countries, Middle East or everywhere, they wanted to go back to their home and stay with their family, because pandemic was such a situation. And people living Nanjing or people living China, I would say that like the main thing is like language barrier, because when someone completes a degree, he tries to find a job, and many people cannot find a job because of the language barrier, so then they have to leave. And the first thing is like make it more internationalized, like make it more language friendly. And also like Nanjing is not a very industrial city. You will see there are not a lot of industries or a lot of factories in Nanjing. So people studied from Nanjing, they try to find languages or jobs in other cities, but they cannot find, then they leave. So I think job market is not very friendly for foreigners, and I hope in the future job market will get friendly. And then one more thing is like people coming from different region and staying here in China is like they see no future. They are like that. Even if we live 20 years here, we will never get a passport here. So we need to go back, and that's why like people start to leave early and then go back and then find a way to get along with their life or to settle in their life in their own country.
So do you think this is a problem that should be solved? Maybe the passport or maybe the language?
I think there should be the regulations or rules should be eased a bit. Like people are, like Middle East or Saudi Arabia or Dubai, they never had these type of thinking like they will give the nationalities, but now they are coming to it. They are bringing more foreign talent in their country, and they are giving them the visas and then giving them the nationalities. So I think China should also like make some regulations for very talented people or someone they want, that they should give them passport so they can stay here for longer time. And even though we are staying here, we have a like visa for 1 year, residence permit for 1 year. Every year we need to go back to the same page to spend the money to get the visa, and then after 1 year we also need to care like when our visa is getting expired, we need to go again to the visa office. Like So it's like maybe there should be a 5-year visa, there should be a 10-year visa,
Yeah.
there should be something like that, that one process we did it one time. And also whenever we need to renew a visa, we need a letter. We need a letter from university, we need a letter from the job place, we need a letter from some spouse or someone. So I think there should be some ease regulations, maybe give a 5-year visa, give a 10-year visa, so that I can go back and come freely. I should never care about like my visa is expiring soon, I should do this, I should do this. So I think there should be like ease on regulations as well.
What's your plan maybe to, after you graduate, do you prefer to stay here and work, or maybe would you like to return, or maybe to some other countries?
It depends actually. Like for me, I think that I should stay here, and as I have got a lot of like things from China, I should give back something. I should at least try to give back something. So I think I should stay here and work. But you know, family is like they always want me to finish the studies and come back. So it's like it depends on the future, like what will happen. I cannot say for sure right now, but I will try my best to give back something to China.
So in general, do you think Nanjing is a city that's friendly to foreigners? Because as you know, it's not as that international as Shanghai or Shenzhen or Beijing. So that some policies are still maybe causing troubles for expats. So do you think that it's in general friendly?
I think Nanjing is very friendly for foreigners, and because there are a lot of foreigners, so if a new one is coming here, he will get along easily and he will mix with the culture very easily. So I think Nanjing is getting better. Nanjing has not reached yet to the Shanghai level, but it's getting better. You know, in Shanghai you can find English speaking persons everywhere. Even Chinese, they speak very good English. So in Nanjing is like getting better. Maybe after 10 years it will be very, very much friendly. But right now it's good. It's on at 2.5. Up 5. For 5 it's 2.5, and it will get better with the time.
Yeah, so finally, would you like to do something to maybe advertise the FTA so that more expats may join your group and to maybe better get into this country, get into this city, and also get into this culture?
Yes, I would like to say that if you want to meet foreigners or make friends with Chinese people and make friends with foreigner, and if you want to contribute or bring something new into the FTA, you should come join our events. And if you want to be a volunteer, please tell us also. We have a lot of spaces for volunteers also. So I would say that come join us and bring what you have, so we can all make Nanjing more better, more friendly for foreigners coming here.
So is there maybe some email or other contacts or something?
Like we have Instagram page, and I think I don't know the link, but maybe you can add it in the video. And also we have like WeChat groups, we have a lot, so you can also add like our WeChat groups. But we are not very much on Facebook and YouTube, but we are on Instagram.
Yeah, so finally, since maybe such groups are bringing the foreign students or international students together, do you suggest them to maybe to try to make friends with some local students or other people? So it might be difficult due to maybe the language barrier or something.
I would say if you are in a country, you come to Nanjing, and then you are staying with your countryman, it's not good, because you can stay with your countryman in your country also. So when you coming to Nanjing, try to make friends with different people from different parts of the world. If you are coming from Pakistan, you should have a friend from every corner of the world. You should have a Chinese friend, you should have a friend from Russia, from Tajikistan, from everywhere, from Africa, from everywhere. So I would say that come here, come join FTA, meet new people and make new friends, and enjoy the life, enjoy your time here in Nanjing.